Hello YouTube friends and neighbors. I want to tell you a little collecting adventure story. So we were going out as a family, my wife and my son were going to Dwayne Reed to pick him up one of the Lego Batman minifigures, the surprise ones. It was, you know, he got his reward for doing his chores and whatnot. So we were going, and one thing I always like to do is if I'm going out, I always like to have a little bit of money in my pocket because you just never know if you're going to stumble, especially in New York City. There's always people selling on the street, so you never know. I mean, I've found rare video games, comic books, toys, all kinds of stuff. You never know when you're going to bump into something really cool. Now, I hear a lot of people say, I can never find anything in New York City, and that's probably because, you know, if you're looking for rare comic books, if you're going to the comic book shop, they're charging full value for stuff. So that's not, I rarely go into comic book shops looking for deals in New York City because they're not really there. Occasionally something will skyrocket in value and you can find it in the comic shop. But most of the time, the comic shop is if you're looking for a specific thing and you're willing to pay full price for it, then you go to the comic shop. So anyway, we were going to Dwayne Reed and we walked down the one street. I always double check because there's always someone on the weekend. There's always someone selling stuff. And there was a couple selling things and they were packing up like it was 4:30. So it was towards the end of the day. I guess it was cold. They were packing up, but they had some comic books out. So I said, how much are the comic books? And she's like, the $5. I'm like, I don't know about that. And she's like, well, I'll do 2 for $5. And then so I was like, okay, I'll start looking. And I was looking and it was a lot of stuff that just wasn't worth anything at first. And then she said, and if you find 20, I'll do 20 for $20. So I was like, okay, $1 a comic book, I will look. Because if there's anything I want personally, or, you know, if I see anything that I think has value, I will pick it up for $1. I mean, $1 is a no-brainer price pretty much, especially if you can pick and choose what you want. Now, $1 is too much if you're buying just a bulk buy usually, but if you can pick and choose, $1 is a good price. So I started looking, and the first comic I found was Johnny the Homicidal Maniac #2. And this is a third printing. Usually you can look at the back cover. It says third printing right there. Kind of beat up, but I was like, okay, well, I'm going to need 20 comics if I want to hit $20. I usually pick these up. The first prints are worth a good amount of money. I think #1 first print's like hundreds of dollars. #2 is like maybe 30. But I'll pick up the later printings if it's $1. And it's not in the best shape, but definitely a collectible comic. So I was like, okay, one comic. I was looking. Now I'm going to go in the order of value, not really the order I found them, because then I found a couple comic books and I knew today was going to be a good day. The next comic I'm going to show you is Alpha Flight #1. This was one I grabbed. I grabbed some fillers. I mean, it's not really worth that much, but it is Alpha Flight #1, and I grabbed 2 copies. 2 copies of that. So those were kind of the filler ones to get the 20. These out. Now I grabbed, he had Supergirl #1. This is the regular cover, and he also has Supergirl 1, the Michael Turner variant. I think this one's worth a little bit, maybe $5 to $10. So I was happy with that. Then I grabbed New Mutants #19. I always mix up whether it's this issue or 18 that has the first Warlock. 18 is the first Warlock, which I might have missed. I don't think they had 18. I would have grabbed 18. And I did the same thing with 24. It was, you know, I knew 24, 25 was the first Cameo Legion, and 26 is the first appearance, so I actually grabbed 2 of those. So obviously I grabbed a few $1 or 2 comics, nothing of too much value. I also grabbed a Marvel Spotlight on Starfire, just because I'm a big Starfire fan. So I thought that was cool. So that was the kind of the cheaper comics in those stack of comics. Now let's start getting into some of the better stuff. We have X-Men Annual #4. No, #5. Sorry about that. That's any late Bronze Age Uncanny X-Men. Even if I have it, I probably have multiple copies of this. For $1, I'll pick them up just because you don't find them. This and Amazing Spider-Man are usually the comics that are picked out of the collection. So I very excited to find that. Then I grabbed a New Mutants #1. Really exciting. That's a cool comic to get for $1. I mean, and most of these are in pretty good shape. They might have a couple like light spine ticks, but I would say most of them are in that very fine range, very fine minus to very fine plus. Okay, then we got Uncanny X-Men 147. And again, just this was 81. Anytime I find any X-Men under 150 that's in great shape for $1, oh man, That makes me happy. We got number 150, Uncanny X-Men, $1. Number 148 of the Uncanny X-Men for $1. Oh, I love these. I probably have all these, but I just, every time I see them, I hit that happy place. Uncanny X-Men number 144 for $1. This one, a couple of spine checks, but still like a very fine minus. And then this one is probably a very fine, another 144 Uncanny X-Men. So awesome. And then I grabbed New Mutants number 25. Now this is the Legion cameo first appearance. So I grabbed the 24s just in case, but I was pretty sure this was it. And this has gone up recently. I think it's like $10 maybe. Very happy with that. And then I got the first appearance of Legion. So cool. I'm enjoying the show. I've watched the first 2 episodes. It's very interesting. Really excited. Now, I think I already have a couple copies of this because when I was growing up, I loved the New Mutants and I loved the Bill Sienkiewicz. Is that how you say his name? His artwork. I always loved these covers, so I've had these for a long time, but I'll grab extras for $1, especially if it's going on. I mean, I think this issue in this shape is probably $35-40 now. Very exciting. And then the final comic out of the lot was Thor 337, the first Beta Ray Bill appearance. Awesome. And that's another $30-40 comic. So $20, that whole stack of comics. That's what I call, and it was completely random, fluke, luck. I can't believe they were still out. Anyone who liked comics, if they had looked through the stack at that price, I mean, who doesn't grab this? Anytime I see this for $1, I'll pick it up. This is not a comic you leave behind, because even if you don't want it or if you have it, you can always trade it or sell it. I mean, it's the $40 comic book. It's like seeing a $20 bill on the ground and not picking it up. So I was shocked that they still had those comics out, and they must have been sitting out there all day selling. So did they sell anything more valuable? I mean, I have no idea. I can't believe it. So I was very exciting. Now, we went to Dwayne Reed to get my son the Batman Lego figures, and they were out. I think he has 5 of them so far, and he wants the whole set. He's such a big Batman fan right now. He especially likes the Adam West Batman. He watches his mom puts it on to help wake him up to get to school in the morning. So we have classic Batman, and then at nighttime we snuggle before he has to go sleep, and we'll sit on the couch together and we'll watch an episode, and it's fun. I mean, I grew up loving the old school Batman, and he loves it. He calls it classic Batman. He's like, Daddy, I want to watch classic Batman. He loves it. So we didn't have, they did have the Lego figures, so a little bit disappointed, but this is awesome. They had the Walgreens exclusive Joker. I was so excited to see that in there. I wasn't even looking yet. I knew I was going to start looking probably later this week. I'm a little bit broke right now, so I wasn't with the ECC exclusive coming out in a couple of days. I was like, I really shouldn't be buying. But they had the Jokers. Like, okay, I'm gonna buy the Jokers. I grabbed one. My son grabbed one instead of the Lego figure, so he was really happy to have the Joker. So that was really cool. And I also got the Unmasked Gwenpool. Really cool. So excited to have that. This was one definitely on top of my want list that I was going to try to track down. The paint's a little bit wonky on her, but it's a Funko Pop. It's hard to get one with a perfect paint. Honestly, I prefer perfect paint over the perfect box. Some people look for the perfect box. Like this Joker box has a little bit of a crease on the top, whereas the box my son had was perfect. I might switch them out if I'll ask him. But the paint was a lot better on this one. So to me, the figure itself is the most important than the box. I'm just not one of those people that have to have the perfect box because I'm collecting them because I enjoy them. I'm not collecting them to try to become rich or have value. My theory, or the way I collect, is I'll buy what I want if the price is good. I will not pay a premium if the price goes up. But if the price goes up and I can find it still for a good price, then I'll buy it. But once it goes up, if I have it, I'm excited that I have something that I wanted that I don't have to pay a high price for. But I'm not thinking, oh my God, now I have a $40 pop, because I'm not rushing to sell. If these go up in value, I don't sell it. It's not like if it goes from $10 to $40, I sell it right away. Now down the road, maybe when I retire, maybe when I'm 60, if these things aren't worthless and they are worth something, I might sell them. But for the meantime, I just like having toys. I love toys. I love the way they look. I want them out of the box. I want to see what they look like. These I'll put in one of my unboxings pretty soon. So really exciting to find these. So exciting. thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed telling you this story. I can't wait till the weather gets better so I can tell you more collecting stories. I found lots of cool stuff last year at garage sales and whatnot, so this year I'm really looking forward to it. And my son, he's always already telling me, I can't wait till the spring. I mean, he's 5 years old, but he's already telling me how excited he is for the spring because he wants to go garage sale hunting with me to try to find. This year he wants to find Legos and Batman and Legos. Anything Batman, anything Legos. That's what we're going to be hunting this year. So exciting. So if you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you like this video and you like my channel, please subscribe. I like making content for my subscribers, so you let me know in the comments below what kind of stuff you want to see, what you like, etc. And I'll try to make that content for you guys. And thank you so much for watching. Bye!